So today we're going to talk about protecting your worksheets in Excel, and it's actually very simple to do, and there are a couple concepts that I want to run by you. Our first example here is going to be protecting an entire sheet. So by default, all of the cells are locked in your spreadsheet, and we have 5 steps here, 2 of which are optional, and the last one being just to click OK. So it's actually very, very straightforward. Go ahead and go to your Review tab, and then Protect Worksheet. Now, the optional step 3 here is to type in a password. I'm going to do something super simple. Try to make it a little bit harder to guess than something like that, but in this example we're fine. So then step 4 is make your configuration selections. So as you'll notice here, we have lots and lots of options. By default we have select locked cells and select unlocked cells. That's kind of an important one, and I want you to understand kind of what that does. But here we have format cells, format columns, format rows, insert, delete, things of that nature. So I'm going to go ahead with the defaults, hit OK, and it's going to ask you to re-enter your password. And so now we have our protected sheet. But you'll notice it doesn't really look different, it doesn't really feel different until I start typing. So if I'm trying to write over this cell, it's going to give me this warning message telling me that I cannot change what's on a protected sheet. So go ahead and hit OK. So to unprotect, we go right here, type in the password, which is why the password is important, and now we're unprotected. So now I can type wherever I'd like. But again, selecting cells is really important for formulas or when you cut off text. So if I take this right here in row 5, if I just type some text in, it's going to cut off what I have here, so people aren't going to be able to read it. If I don't allow them to select the cells, it's going to give me an issue. However, if I allow them to select the cells, they can click on it and see what's there in the formula bar. So moving on to the second sheet, so protect a partial sheet. What we have here is the same set of instructions to protect the sheet because it's always going to be the same series of steps. However, we also have lock or unlock cells. So by default, I said all the cells are locked. You can change that. So if you go back here on the Home tab and select the cells that you'd like to unlock, and for this, you kind of want to implement this when you're sharing a spreadsheet that needs modification or input from somebody else. Something like a survey that you would send to 1,000 people and get something back. You really want to kind of control where they can and cannot enter so that you can kind of get an automated form happening. But you select the cells that you wish to unlock or lock if that is what you need, and go to this format under cells here. And then go to this lock cell. You'll notice that it has a little square around the little lock icon. But go ahead and select that. Now we go back there, and it no longer has that square. That means they're unlocked. The square is locked, no square is unlocked. And so what we have here is we'll have the ability to input on these cells. So now let's go through our series just to protect the sheet. And you know what? I do not want to allow people to select locked cells. They can only select the unlocked cells. So now it shoots me over to where I was before, and it's only going to allow me to select these cells. So now I can type here, I can do what I want there, I just can't select anything else. So that's really helpful, say if this was a question, and this is where I expected the answer. So if you like this video, if you found it helpful, please subscribe. If you have any comments, leave them down below or send me any questions that you may have, and I'll get back to you. Thank you.